Shauna, you were supposed to remind me.
I don't see them in the chat.
I don't see what you're talking about.
It's a 5.
5. Oh. Let's see.
I don't see them in the chat.
Nobody see him?
Hit the file button.
It's a 5. Hit the file button.
That's pretty.
You see it?
In the chat, I don't see
Yeah.
a file. What file button?
It should be a file button to the right.
I don't see anything in there, and I don't see anything under file.
I don't even see files. I'm on my phone, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me share the screen that way you can take a look at it. I got it to work finally. Can you see those?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna email them out?
I'm sure once secretary has formed a email group, she will do so.
Could you scroll down, please?
Okay.
That was a balloon bust.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes as submitted.
Support.
There is a motion to accept the minutes. Probably second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of said minutes signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, I'm unscared. Okay, cool. Okay, let me go get it. Add 2 people in. Sam, what's up, baby?
What's going on, y'all? How you doing?
All right. So I'm gonna run by what we got going on here. Let's see. Okay, since the last meeting, I filed the 501c3. They said do not check back for 30 days, and I did that on 9/22. And we did have a meeting with EMU, and part of the conversation was about cancellation in case of because of the COVID, and the mayor had said they would give 100% if reschedule. If unable to reschedule for a year, they would give 100% refund. So it's almost like it's kind of like a win-win there. So that was pretty good. But here is the I guess the Dyson, if you want to call it. Right now the ballroom is capped at 181 persons. Now, if you take off about, say, 40 people for staff, that only leaves about 141 paying participants. And we have not gotten back with Eastern Michigan as far as what would be the amount of participants that could be in individual classrooms. So that's still to come, but we were of thinking that we should march forward as if everything was going to be fine. Start working on classes, instructors, facilitators, speakers, name for the conference, those things. And also we're looking for Dana and his crew for the mission statement. I have received that, and I will share that with you at the appropriate time. And then, of course, GP and Walter, we're supposed to work on the bylaws. On 10/1, I opened up the bank account. I just have to get with Frank to get him on there. So when the checks arrive, they can, then we can open up business as usual. I was also asked to, wait a minute, they wanted to see a list of donors. So I have that, and I have the ability to share screen again. There it is right there. Okay. I don't know if you can see that or not, but here is starting out with a motion on 9/13 for everyone to donate a minimum of $25 for the startup fund. And these are the people that have donated and the form that they have donated. The red is the money that I have spent out of the money collected. Articles of incorporation was $20. Secure the website, our Common Ground Education Foundation, but that just shortened it up, make it easier for people to find. And I filed for the 501c3 with a note that check back in 30 days from 9/23 if we had not heard from them. And that leaves a balance of $485.05, which has been deposited in the Common Ground Education Foundation checking account, business account. That's all that I have for my part of it.
You want to accept the financial support as given? You want a motion for that? Phil, is that your financial report?
Yeah, all inclusive. Just everything I spoke on.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to accept the financial report as given.
Support.
There is a motion to accept this financial report. Properly second. Any discussion on said report?
I have one discussion point, sir.
Absolutely.
Is it updated, up to date?
Yeah, this would be the current balance. As you can see, I deposited your check that I picked up from you already. It's right here, the last line.
All right, I didn't see it. I missed that.
Yeah,
My
right
brother.
there, number 28.
Carry on.
Hey,
Carry on. Carry on.
yeah.
Yes, carry on.
GP right
Aye.
here, $50.
Aye. My brother.
Okay. See, if there's no more discussion, all in favor of said motion signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All righty then, sounds good. I'm gonna unshare this one. No, I gotta do this. Actually, I'm just gonna switch over because I have the mission statement. So if you want to take a look at that and any thing that you want to do with it, is it acceptable or whatever, so.
Scroll it down some, G.
All right.
would say it just needs a little wordsmithing and we could carry forward.
I agree.
That's a lot to take in on the fly.
So it sounds like a motion to approve with slight edits.
Yes.
Well,
That would be a motion. Somebody, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Unless I would like to maybe table until we can again clear up some language and then come back and then approve it as it should be.
Okay. There is
So that's a motion to table from myself.
Support.
There's a motion, properly second, to table this until it's edited slightly further. Any more discussion?
Yeah, you can send your recommendations. You can email them to me since you want to table it, which is fine.
No problem.
Any more discussion? All righty then. All in favor of tabling mission statement until first future edits signify by aye.
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 Opposed? Nay. Seeing none. All okay, that motion carried. The other thing is bylaws.
Sir, I will speak for myself. I've done some preliminary work on the bylaws. I think my brother Walter has been a little busy with the launch of his vehicle at the plant. So we have not spoken as of yet, but they will be forthcoming very soon.
Okay. All righty. I guess the only other discussion is if I'm not mistaken, I believe, all right, I can close this out.
Point of order.
Yeah, go ahead, Tony.
What's going to be our process? I mean, just for the passage of bylaws, I think it would be a lot to just get the bylaws, receive them, and then, do not a thorough review of it. Is there a way that we could get the bylaws sent to us so we can review them, so we can speak on them and pass them with enough forethought behind it?
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they will be presented or to be available probably by our next meeting, and therefore we can probably email them or however you all choose to do it, and have them reviewed, and that way we can all have an understanding and vote on them probably at the following meeting.
Thank you.
Okay.
2/3 vote.
Is our next meeting is with Emmy. That's November 10th, right, Tony?
Is that the,
With
what was that, a Wednesday?
I believe.
It's either the 10th or the 11th.
So
11th is a holiday, ain't it?
Yeah, that's Veterans Day. So it's probably the 10th.
I believe it's the 10th. I don't know what I do with that.
But that is our drop dead date where we're going to, make a decision.
As far as reserving the hotel, and by then we should have more information as far as it relates to how many people is going to be able to, occupy classrooms. I guess the question is, I know we don't want to start that process tonight, is that we were thinking that we need to move forward with, putting people in place and selecting classes and all that other kind of stuff. So, if it was a go, that'd be one less thing that we have to worry about. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Okay, everybody don't speak at once.
Should start working
Yeah.
on it. We got people on the phone, then we can assess what we have done and go forward from when we have the next meeting.
I concur.
But we already waiting on the bylaws, so if we push that back, we'll be doing all that on the next meeting. So that'll be a lot next meeting.
Okay, so they don't necessarily have to go hand in hand, but we can start organizing. Even the process. What we're gonna do. Are we gonna pick conference coordinators and instructors and class structure? So those are things that we should get started on ahead of time, as opposed to waiting to the ninth hour. So especially when we're talking about potential patients, guests, and those things of the like. So that's something that we want to start at the next meeting, because I know we don't want to sit up here all night tonight, doing anything. So
Who was supposed to be the last conference coordinators for the conference that didn't take place?
me and Sandra, but for the obvious reason, I won't be one.
So Phil, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Could we put like a canvas out or do some type of survey of, we started this from scratch, and it's like, okay, now we can do some more maneuvering by setting our bylaws and all of that, and then figuring out how we would go about conference coordinators. Those are like the top spots, and trickle on down, and really just started from the ground up.
I'm good with that. But I guess my question is, when do we want to start this process, and when do we want to, how do we want to have our meetings? And we want to have a monthly, bi-monthly. We got to start somewhere, so that's got to be part. That will be part of the bylaws as well, So, but some of the stuff we can make, some minor decisions.
We should probably assess where we're at, and the people who are in the group, what their strengths are, what they taught before, what they'd be willing to do, almost like a survey, right? Send it out, everybody fills it out, so we have a better understanding of where we're at.
Yeah, we can do that.
What classes we can field.
Probably also, whatever you're interested in teaching or recommendations, I think we should email that to Phil. And then maybe we can reconvene in a couple weeks to assess what we have.
This is October, so
Yeah.
Yeah. And that meeting is the 10th, where we get the rest of the information from Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, we're 5 weeks out. We gotta move.
Yeah, that's why I say let's let everybody email Phil what their interest is and what they have taught in the past, and then we can assess that and meet up again in 2 weeks.
One of the issues is we don't have everybody on this call, so we have to actually push out to get back.
Yeah, because we actually got more people in the group. We can share this information in the group as well. So and get some feedback.
Oh, more people join. Okay.
Yeah, it no longer need to be a secret. So we're about to do this. We need all the help we can get. So.
Has anybody reached out to Dr. I?
Who?
Iverson.
Yeah, he gets notified every time. Every time you get a notice, he get a notice as well. He'll send a text or something every now and then, but you know. Walt, you got some input?
Well, I can understand the urgency that we have to put behind this effort. I believe the best way to do it is to, push the information out to the whole group and start out that way. I like I said, I understand exactly what the urgency is. So we have to get it in, everybody's input in, and move on in that direction.
Okay, so
What's the process for choosing the conference coordinator this time? What does the group want to see? Or should we ask that on the questionnaire?
I guess
Send
so.
something? Okay. Okay, so the questions are, what was done in the past? What would you like to do for this conference? What classes do you think should be taught in this conference? Would you like to be a conference coordinator?
We need to have some type of criteria for conference coordinators now. Come on. I understand we need to have some type of criteria for it. Not just
clearly. I mean, this is just asking if you wanted to do it. Just we're not,
Yeah, because
So-
of course the bylaws is going to dictate that, and then and the other things, are we going to do some kind of awards? Yeah. I don't know how much similar we want to be to the past PMIU as far as the tip of the spear and those type of things.
so the administration of this conference, the business side of the conference, shouldn't dictate the educational side of the group. You understand what I mean?
concur.
But we got to start somewhere.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if the whole thing is get ready for 2021. Right now we're talking about October, and I just think that either we're gonna have to deal with pushing the date out, or either we're gonna have to, think about the validity of being able to have one next year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To your point, those bylaws don't have anything to do with this conference. That's what you're getting at?
The bylaws is not going to dictate how to pick a co-conference coordinator or instructors or facilitators or registration or however.
I agree.
It needs to be a criteria. So far as in the other group, it was you become a facilitator, you facilitate a few years, then you move up to co-instructor for a few times, and then that's the pool that came out of the co-conference coordinators came from. Now, I know they might have gotten deviated one time or another, but that was the basic way it was done.
So, Walter, was that a good system?
To me, you have to make sure that it's going to be somebody that has been through. It's just like going through a union, just like going through a union. You want to be able to be a district committee or a steward first, then you go up to bargaining committee or chief steward, and then you go on executive board, then you go to the president. A lot of things happening, but I don't think you should be electing your president off of the floor. There's never been a committee man before, so that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't necessarily state that in the bylaws of the local. All it'll say is that you have a year good standing, and you can run for anything you want to. We just need to have a criteria of how the co-conference coordinator is picked. It's not necessarily going to come out of the bylaw committee. And if that's a policy that we're going to enact, we need to go ahead and use that, formulate it now, and then use that as the basis for picking co-conference coordinators.
CP?
I'm going to say that again, you know, we're saying that we need criteria, but again, I think we're speaking to something that needs language, something that needs to have something applied. We just can't infer it or assume that it's going to be carried out the way it should be if we don't have language in place to make it happen. So I think it is in terms of having a bylaw. We should enforce or have a bylaw to make it happen, to see how the succession should go.
Agreed.
Oh, I didn't hear nothing. I'm just saying, I thought somebody would agree.
Agreed.
Agree.
Agreed. EP, are you with me?
Really?
Yes, sir.
I'll go with the song lyric.
I'd like to
Yeah,
make a
you with
motion that we. I'd like to make a motion that we do that.
Support.
So it's going to be included in the bylaws that'll be brought forth for the business side as well as carrying over into the conference side.
Now hold on. Now what kind of vote was that?
No vote took place.
No,
no vote took place, bro.
Yeah, that was.
Would you like to me to reform
that was
the motion?
Yeah,
that was the motion. That was no vote.
y'all sounding like Trump now. Y'all trying to sound like Trump.
Okay, well let's make it politically correct.
Yes, yes.
According
So, GP, restate your motion so we can take
Well,
it.
I'm going to say, I mean, because it wasn't in the form of a motion, but I would speak to, I'll put it in the form of a motion that we include the hierarchy order for conference coordinator with our bylaws that will be presented.
Support.
Motion for the hierarchy of conference coordinators to be included in the bylaws. Properly second. Any further discussion?
I'd like to speak against
coordinators and co-coordinators, both.
Coordinators.
Yes, sir.
There was an S on it.
Okay.
I like to speak against
just making sure.
Okay, Sir Walter.
Like I have stated during the other discussion, I think it should be more of a policy than a bylaw, because it's times where you might want to deviate from that for special causes. I think it should be more of a policy than it should be a bylaw, and that's what I want to speak against the motion for.
Can you elaborate a little further?
I would just beg to ask, whose job would it be to enforce the policy? I mean, who are we going to leave it up to? Who's the ultimate judge in terms of who's going to be the conference coordinator? We leave it up to the membership or leadership, or how is that going to work out?
Now, that's something that could be in the bylaw.
It's always been left up to the membership, right? We've always
ultimately
we voted.
If we have the meetings,
yeah.
Unless it's written that that the executive board makes such a decision, and y'all agree to the bylaws.
We have suggestions in the chat, and one of those suggestions are that you think it should be someone from this group.
Everybody just chatting away.
So we're saying, I mean, somebody said we can have a policy book in addition to the bylaws. But again, my question that I beg to ask is whose job is it to enforce the policy? We have to come up with certain rules for the policy. So if we're gonna come up with rules and regulations, and those of us, I think, who are making up the rules, and again, if we can come up with that, because that's the only thing that we have in question at this point, then we can kind of present something, and again, everybody can make a decision one way or the other, if that's the way we want to go. I think it would be within reason, again, like Walt said. I mean, basically, we had a principled way of getting to that position. I know I went through being a facilitator. I was a conference coordinator after being an instructor for, a number of years. And so therefore, again, there is some type of succession to get to being a conference coordinator or co-conference coordinator.
Yeah, so I that's exactly the way it's been. And so what we could do is we could designate in the bylaws exactly the group that's supposed to do that, to answer your question, GP. If it's the vice president or the president and the two vice presidents, if that's the language that we could put in the bylaws.
Okay, so ultimately, it's still going to fall back to the bylaws.
Thank you.
And also that will be addressed in that will be also that will be addressed in that is the number. Two co-coordinators, one co-coordinator, et cetera, et cetera. Because you have coordinators and you have one in training, or sometimes two in training.
Well, that's up to.
That would be in the policy.
To putting that together, because who says that we need to have two co-coordinators?
Right.
Remember, we used to only have one.
Right.
So we don't necessarily have to follow the latter. We could follow the former and only put one in right as of now, since we just starting up. We go down to one like it used to be.
Well, yeah, that's what I raised it when you had raised the other point, just, if you want exceptions or whatever.
Size of the conference should dictate.
I was getting ready to say the same thing. We should have two coordinators based on the size of the conference. And that just needs to be decided. Also, I came in on the back end. I do apologize. I was having connection issues, but what was the discussion regarding having bylaws as well as a policy book? Because aren't bylaws the policies that govern us anyway? So what's the point of having two? If someone could elaborate on that, thank you.
Well, that was in the chat, and so we haven't made a decision as of yet to come up with any policy book. So we are still going to present bylaws that will be presented to the group.
Okay, thank you for that clarification.
Okay. Is there any more discussion on said motion?
Well, have we decided on if for the first conference that I think that whoever is the coordinator for the first conference, it should be someone who has already been a coordinator. Because I heard someone say that, choosing someone new, but I think the first one, it should be someone who's already taught or been a coordinator before. There are issues on
Why
that.
can't it just be the people who were chosen to do it this year?
Phil, I mean, that's not necessarily the motion before the floor. Am I correct?
You're here.
Could you restate the motion, please?
Yep. Back to the point of order.
Call the question.
The motion in short is to include the process for conference coordinators as part of the bylaws. That was it. Not whom it's going to be, So any more discussion on that part?
No.
Okay, all in favor of said motion signify by aye.
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 Aye. Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Uh, any
The ayes
opposed?
have it, brother.
Any opposed? Nay.
Nay.
Boo.
Okay.
Ayes have it.
Motion carried.
Just a little bit of parliamentary procedure to run you guys through today.
It's all good. It's all good.
We can't be lazy
Family
about
up in this piece. We family up in this piece. We're business and family. So you know, we ain't no hate.
Business together.
Uh-oh. What's wrong with the nail over there? What are you doing? He blowing his nose. He blowing his nose.
Let's start that, Walter.
We did
Let's
not
start
know,
that.
I did not know that I was supposed to be wearing my mask for this Zoom.
On a Zoom call.
Corona.
Oh my God.
You got that Rona, do you?
The Rona's real, baby.
All right.
Ask your president.
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe it off, boy. I'm wiping it off.
Oh my God. Wait.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
So anyway, we're gonna move on from here. I never heard of by Zoom. So,
You don't know.
any other business?
You just don't
Do
know.
we have any other business?
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Do we have any more business?
You gotta take care of yourself now. You gotta take
Next
care
meeting.
If the president can get it, I can get it.
Next meeting. Next
2
meeting.
weeks. 2 weeks from today, Phil.
If that's what we want to do, yeah. If
That's what we need for the classes and instructors for each class.
Yeah, but that means people got to get the deliverables in, So.
Yes,
So
sir.
we'll get the survey, what, in a week?
No, you'll get it.
ASAP.
Yeah, as soon as possible. We need it back by Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
ASAP.
Sounds good to me.
I make a motion that we have a meeting in two weeks from today, 6:30 p.m.
Support.
What date is that?
Support.
2 weeks from today.
What's that, the 18th?
18th.
Okay. All in favor of having the next meeting on the 18th?
Aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Yeah, so it's going to be 18.
To adjourn.
What time?
6:30. 6:30.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, Lord.
Congratulations to Corey, man. Congratulations to Corey.
Yeah.
Best to the best.
What's up, Corey?
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Corey.
Yes,
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Corey. Congratulations, brother.
Yeah.
Corey.
That nice
Presidents, committee man, all kind of good stuff.
Yeah. That nice video Raymond did.
I'm gonna put it on board so it can be brown. I'm coming down there.
We got I'm about to mute everybody. And our chaplain made it through nice and safely here.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, everyone, for your prayers and everything. I'm doing well. I had to have a stent put in my heart. Most of you don't know. Dealing with getting well right now, but I had a situation. I was having some pain in my heart. Come to find out I had 65% blockage, but God bless, got me in there, and I'm doing better. Thank you guys for your prayers.
And you got yourself a good health mate, don't you?
I got one question.
Thank you.
I have one
Go ahead,
question.
Willie.
Why is Walter got on a mask on Zoom?
Hey, never can't be too safe.
Because Gerald was coughing.
My guy, Romney.
Gerald was coughing. I had to wipe my phone off too.
Who's coughing?
That's something else. That's something else.
He's sick over those lines and he can't spread it.
Oh, oh.
Or
Hey,
team up.
hey, don't worry. The Vikings gonna get
We
to
won
them.
today. Don't worry about us.
And I forgot the Twins lost too. They got swept, didn't they?
Hey, my man. Motion to adjourn.
Support. Oh, that's what I was waiting on. there was no support previously, my brother.
Support to adjourn. Support.
There is a motion to adjourn. No
Mute everybody and hang up.
All in favor said motion signify by aye.
Nay.
That's how you get out of talking about the Twins. Good day.
All opposed? Nay.
Nay.
Hey.
Unfortunately,
Stay by themselves.
unfortunately, that motion has carried. All right, now you can hang around as long as you want to, because the meeting is over. Yeah.
Peace. See y'all in 2 weeks.
You can do the meeting after meeting if you want. You can do the meeting after meeting if you want.
Law that.
Yo.
Call me, man.
All right now.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Call me when you get some time, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And business too.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr.
Damn.
Kirkland.
Yeah.
Kirkland.
What's up?
Looking good, brother.
You all are. You all. Every time I'm on a Zoom call, I remind myself of my dad. And I keep looking who is that guy? It's like, is my father on the Zoom call? It's like, no, it's actually me. Yeah.
Sam, Big Sam. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. I just wanted to check in and see how everybody doing. I just sent my money, Phil. So if you can
Take your name on the list.
Take me off the list. All right, take me off the list. Hey, Walt, and I did it with a Cash App. Where's Walt? So he'll know that I didn't send a check. I did a Cash App. Jeff Goldblum here and shit. I feel like an old man, but hey, love seeing you young people out here getting this done. This is fantastic.
So you didn't do like Gerald sent a carrier pigeon, right?
Oh, Gerald. Damn. Oh. No. No, I did Cash App, so I was like,
I got you. Your name's on the list now.
all right then. Hey.
Eric, where you get that big girl from, man?
Man, she getting bigger and bigger. You see that?
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Hey.
Say hi.
Okay.
Hi. How are you? Just like your daddy. Look, just couldn't deny in a lineup. Damn.
I know.
I love you all.
Love you too, Sammy.
Y'all take care. And I'll see you on the next meeting. I sure will. Yeah. This is an investment I'm willing to spend a little bit. I'll invest a little bit in this group of people. I like you. I love you. What do you mean?
Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam.
Yes.
I guarantee you, we will never ask you to leave.
Get out.
Hey, Phil.
Yes, sir.
I meant to ask. I'm just thinking. I said, dog, do we need any more money? We adjourned the meeting, but do we need any more money for anything?
Everybody ain't paid.
Everybody, okay. Because I was like, man, we might need more money for something else or anything upcoming. We didn't adjourn. We don't know.
We got just for your information, this is not official. See, 23 minus what's the name?
I see you, Lim.
26. So
damn,
only 26 been paid so far out of the original 47.
Oh. So we need to get some firewood on these feet. Because I didn't know if we needed more money for something else.
Yeah.
I mean, 45. That's a little bit, but we probably need a whole lot more.
Yeah, true. Especially if we were talking about creating a website.
Y'all good brothers, take care.
Love you all.
Peace and love, man.
Yeah.
Love you.
So, yep.
All
So,
right. I like the backdrop there, brother. That look good. I like that.
I did a little something I threw together for the umbrella side. This is not for the conference. This is just for the umbrella side.
Yeah, that's real good, brother.
That kind of remind me of Common Ground.
Yeah.
Just all that.
I kind of like my background.
Small.
The sunlight over your head.
Small.
Hey,
Glow.
I'm in Ghana right now.
They ain't got no bridges in Ghana.
There ain't no bridges in Ghana. Not like that one.
Right.
Yeah, but
Hey, beautiful. Hey, T, how you doing?
Hey, hey, Linnell. Hey, Phil.
Hey, how you doing, baby?
Good. How you?
All right.
I like that background.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Common Ground. What's
yeah,
up, Liam?
so he's special.
I just can't. Yeah. So anyway.
All right, dear fellas, y'all take care and everybody have a safe week. All right.
All right.
You too, brother.
See you in 2 weeks. See you in 2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks.
Get you 2 weeks.
Have a blessed day, everybody.
All righty. Appreciate y'all.
Good one. All right.
Okay. And